What's up, guys? It is me, the one you've been watching all weekend. I'm sure you don't want to see my face. I'm sure you're sick and tired of my face. I'm sure it's weird to see me like not in a suit and buttoned down and all of that stuff. It feels so good. Like I'm rocking sweatpants. All that is great. But anyways, wanted to talk a little bit about my Hypefestation, my post-Hypefestation thoughts. Share some of my opinions on a lot of the conversation that's been happening on Twitter and beyond. First and foremost, Hypefestation Winter Brawl 8, such an epic event. Seriously, guys, it was so much fun from a personal and an entertainment perspective, from a professional perspective. A great show, a great tournament. None of the matches really were boring. Nothing really was campy. It was a great show for the community. So, really happy about that. Obviously, some issues that have been raised internally in terms of the brackets and the structure. So, I'm going to touch a little bit about that in this video right here. But in terms of my personal experience, guys, that's what I have on the agenda here first. I had a great time in between the late night conversations in the hotel room with Barbosa and Fatal Strike. The three of us stayed in the hotel room together. And being able to see Ryan snaps and go to the bar and take shots and have a good time with them. And all those guys, Knock, Franchise, Eternity, Jay Merch was the stories I have on Jay. You guys don't even want to know. It was so much fun. So I really did enjoy it personally. Also commentating, I loved it, guys. That was my first time really commentating outside of like that one online tournament. So definitely a learning experience for me. I loved it, and any feedback in regards to that would be greatly appreciated. Moving on to the kind of nit and gritty. First topic of discussion, LOX and headsets. Want to touch on that a little bit. First off, just to kind of clear the air on what actually happened. Astro is awesome, great company, but they are big, they are busy. From my understanding, we placed the order and obviously let Astro know about the event weeks in advance. But because of how much Astro has going on, obviously it got put kind of the back burner, and they sent them on time. But what happened was they sent the headsets, assuming that Jason still lived in California, which is the contact information they had for him. So they sent it via ground to his address because they thought he lived in California, not looking at what the actual address was. So just a mistake. It was not Jason's fault at all, and there's nothing that we could have done about that. So you cannot blame Hype or the community or anything for that problem. And LBX is making some statements on Twitter that they would have won the entire event with headsets, that they, for some reason, more so than any other team, benefit from headsets, which can be argued. Some teams really rely on momentum. Some teams are kind of quieter and like to, if anything, Infinity is the one that really was, quote unquote, should have been devastated on paper the most from headsets. Flames, quiet guy. Atmo, quiet guy. Praise and Ribs, they're loud, they get in there, but they're quieter in nature. So, and they're not complaining at all. So, I mean, for that being said, Xcells, my man, I love you to death. We've had some awesome conversations. Demo, it's been awesome getting to know you. But to be honest with you guys, my honest opinion, you guys are kind of sounding like semi-pros, like AM players, like very childish. Back in the day, you'd have people go and just complain after a tournament about why they did bad. You never heard any of the pros do that. You never heard any of the top respectful players. I haven't heard Franchise say one word publicly. You get upset, you talk about it in the hotel room, but then you move on. Trying to blame people, all of that. It's not gonna help the situation at all. It was out of everyone's control, so it's not worth it to kind of complain. Regardless, everyone was on an even playing field. No one had headsets. That's what it comes down to, in my opinion. Next up, brackets rules. Big topic for discussion was we actually, before the tournament, it was decided that there was not going to be a continuation series. This is kind of more controversial. If you're going to complain about anything, complain about this kind of this instance right here. LOX 3-0'd SYN in winner's bracket. However, SYN came back in loser's bracket to play LOX again, as opposed to it being a continuation series, which is how we've done it for the past 7 years with MLG and beyond. They started in a fresh new slate. I see arguments for both sides. It's a loser's bracket, not winner's bracket. It's a brand new series. It's a brand new bracket. So that's why I should start over. LOX was actually given a higher seed. They swapped seeds to kind of make up for it. So LOX hosted 3 out of 5 naps. They lost, and at the end of the day, if they're the best team, they should be able to win again if they are the best team. But if you think about it, it was 3-3 in naps because they got 3-0'd. SYN got 3-0'd and then 3-0'd them. So that is tough. However, what happened as a result of that, we actually sat down after the tournament. We're all dead tired at 3 in the morning for about an hour. We had a conversation about this, and we decided moving forward to move back to the continuation format. Joe Kruty being the tournament advisor, coming from another gaming community, he actually decided to go against the continuation because that's how other communities did it, and there's a strong argument for it, and I see his argument. Joe, however, one piece of advice for you, my man. First off, you are doing awesome things for the Gears of War community. Guys, you guys don't realize every monitor, every Xbox, and a lot of Gears of War discs were provided by Joe. We can't play without those. Those are essentials, and that's the most costly items, and they're all provided. No one appreciates that enough, seriously. So not only that, but the Big Bang tournaments have been huge. That really led us to this point. Joe's doing awesome things. But my advice for you, Joe, since you are kind of a newcomer, people are going to look at you as a newcomer. You just kind of popped into the community. Try as hard as you can, and this might sound kind of ignorant to say, but try as hard as you can to show respect for what we have done for the past 7 years, because no one wants or likes that person that comes in and tries to take over. Whether you're right or not, that's what my advice would be for you. But regardless, continuation series is back. That was settled. But it is fair what happened in the tournament because it was decided before the tournament that there would be no continuation. Everyone knew it. LOX and SYN agreed to it, and then like an undisclosed players agreement before their match as well. And you played, so it happened. Big piece. Next, that's the controversy. I'm done with the controversy. Now let's talk about how awesome this event was and just about the teams, guys. So I'm about to talk about Notorious. Yeah, the talk of the tournament without a doubt. Then we're going to jump into SYN, and then I'm going to talk about Bully and Infinity, who haven't been getting a lot of conversation, but they deserve it because they actually a lot to talk about them as well. So first, Notorious, guys. I am so excited for what just happened. I'm so excited that Notorious came in, got second place. You know why? Not because I do love underdogs. I am corny. Not because I dick ride them, whatever, but because that does amazing things for our community. There are 1,600 people watching that stream that play Gears of War. Those 1,600 people play ranked. They just saw ranked kids come in and work their way up to the top. That says to them, hey, if they could do it, so can I. Why can't I? Which is true, and that provides a lot of hope, which is only going to help us grow. So it's an amazing thing for our community, without a doubt. I'm glad it happened that way, of course. Personally, obviously that's a little bit of opinion on my end, so my opinions are my own. Obviously, I don't represent hype. But, excuse me, those kids were awesome. And the fact that people were just shitting on them the entire time. People were shitting on them, the trash. I felt so bad for the kids. I thought they were going to melt. Like, honestly, no one was rooting for them, and I felt terrible. And they didn't, when they started dominating, they didn't go, well, fuck you guys, we just do whatever, we're better than everyone, like a lot of kids do when they do well. They actually, they were calm, they were humble, and they're 17 years old. Like, that is unheard of in Gears of War. That has never happened. Think about when Carson's got huge. Think about when Synergy got huge. They talked so much shit, and they were just the biggest dicks about it. Obviously, they're a lot more mature since then, but when they were younger, they did. Straight up, they did. So, respect for Notorious and what they did, not only in game but off the game as well. ToySoldier is the man. Seriously, the kid is super social, super mature, really nice guy, and the best part, he is so good at the game. His movement is just like on all 30 sensitivities. He's redefining how Gears of War is being played, and obviously the story. He got found and ranked by Vicious in a ranked match. Vicious invited him to a party and said, "You are good. Play with me at a tournament." He said, "Okay, I don't know who you are." Played, and now he got second place. Like, the story is unheard of. Congratulations to ToySoldier and Notorious. Follow him on Twitter, guys. He's going to be a huge figurehead in the community at ToySoldier with an X instead of the O in Soldier. So it's ToySxLDIER. Next, Synergy. You guys deserve everything. Despite all this controversy, no one, and I mean no one, can argue that you guys are not the best team in Gears of War 3 right now. It cannot be even debated. I'm hearing LOX say that they should have won the tournament, but guys, you went in, you 3-0'd LOX, you went and just I think, 6-1? Yeah, 6-1 Notorious, who was on fire, undisputed, without a doubt. Don't say anything else. I keep telling you guys how much I love you guys, and you think I'm just bullshit. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. What you guys are doing right now for the community, Strangulate especially, man, you are awesome. Nasty, Yogurt, I'd like to see you guys step up in more of a community involvement role. Figureheads, leaders, I would like to see that happen. That was a tough transition for me when I was younger and I started stepping up in that role. But I would like that. I do what Strangulate's killing it, but. And then Noxious, dude. I was actually skeptical. Don't not that I didn't like you. You're an awesome dude. You are an awesome dude, and I learned a lot about you this tournament and this weekend. But going into it, I was skeptical about the situation. I was kind of skeptical, which I should be. It's kind of hypocritical because I was in the same position with MBN. But you proved me wrong in every single way. So Noxious, not only are you an amazing player, but you're an awesome dude, super nice. And despite the fact that I was kind of a dick in that Big Bang V3 tournament, when you made a couple mistakes or things didn't go well, you were so nice to me, and I have nothing but respect for you, man. So congratulations to you guys. Last but not least, in regards to teams, Bully and Infinity. Guys, did you guys realize Infinity almost lost to Bully? Infinity was down on King of the Hill trenches for the game, for the match, 205 to 150. Infinity was down. Infinity came back and won it. It was insane. Went to game 5. And I talked to Octanes about this until 6 in the morning last night. Me and Octanes and Praised were chilling in the hotel room talking until 6 in the morning. And Octanes didn't realize when he had Praised down in the corner. I'm not sure if you guys remember, they down Praised twice on checkout game 5. Octanes ran past the ink grenade to try and down him again, as opposed to picking up the ink grenade, throwing it, and getting the kill. No one was in the vicinity to pick up Praised. Praised was in the corner, so he could not get killed or downed again. Praised got up and somehow, with like this much health, escaped. Ended up rotating all the way across the map and popping Octanes and getting the headshot. What a great match. I think Bully should have beaten Infinity. It was amazing. Bully is still, no one's talking about Bully. No one's going to talk about Bully for a while. But I'm telling you guys right now, Bully will be a top 4 team. If they have their heads on straight, they will be a top 4 team in this game at the future 2 or 3 tournaments that we do have. Last but not least, just want to kind of wrap it up and talk about Gears of War's future in the community. Guys, Gears of War players, if you guys have not seen it, what I've been seeing, my Twitter has blown up this weekend with people saying, oh my goodness, I cannot believe what I just saw. I am playing for sure at the next hype. I'm coming back. I want a team. I've gotten over 100 tweets of people saying something along those lines. You don't realize the effect that this tournament had on the community and people. Ghostiyami was watching this. Dursky was watching this. We had Neighbor was watching. Neighbor has never even looked at the Gears of War community he was watching. So Halo Legends. We had Quinn DelHoyo in there. We had GoldGlove helping out. We had so many people that were playing a vital role in hyping this up, and thousands of people were exposed, and they loved it. It's like a bug that is spreading right now, and we need to take advantage of it, because if we don't take advantage of it, if we don't move forward and do the right things, it's going to die down again. But right now we're riding on a wave. We got to make sure that wave does not fall. It's really important that we do the right things these next couple of weeks or even days. So that being said, Gears of War community, guys, you've heard me talk about it in the stream. Stay positive as much as hard as it is. Xcells, I know it's tough. I know things happen. If you guys knew how many tournaments I felt where I got cheated and certain things happened and didn't go well, you'd be amazed. I know it's your guys' kind of first big tournaments, and you guys are actually finally in the spotlight for one of the first times. And it's tough, but stay positive, guys. Gears of War community is it's growing. 3 years later, it's growing. It's awesome to see. So that being said, just kind of my thoughts in regards to Hypefestation and Gears of War right now. The keys to our success are online tournaments to be hosted. A LAN needs to be announced within the next month or 3 weeks. Needs to be announced and confirmed. And then 3, the Epic forums and content. We need to be posting the Epic forums. We need to be producing content. Brutality is a huge driver in that, so thank you, Brutality. Those are kind of my final thoughts and wrap up. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for coming so strong in this tournament, supporting if you were at home. The people that played, everyone sacrificed to be there. We're all in the red. I paid for my plane ticket out there. We all paid for our shit to get out there. And why? Because it was a freaking blast. We had so much fun. It's a vacation, and we love the game. So thank you guys for the sacrifices that were made in order to put Gears of War in a good spot moving forward, and you guys did exactly that. So with that being said, I am Fallout. I am done, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. Post in the comments below, but more importantly, I don't really look at the comments as much. Tweet at me, at Fallout with 2 T's, with responses to this video, and I will always respond to your tweets, guys. Thank you for watching, and until next time, see you guys.